Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Joshi Bar podcast. I will be one of your hosts today. Awesome. Joined by.
Hi, I'm Bio.
And today on tap, we will be discussing the 5-star, the rest of the matches that happened, and the current bracket that is set. Thoughts, rants,
Lots of rants.
predictions, mostly by Bio.
This is
And
bullshit.
yeah, we're just gonna be talking about that. So would you like to kick it off?
Okada is dead to me. Stardom is dead to me. SOK not being in the playoffs is the most horrible call. We really put a British woman in there, not SOK. Some bullshit. Some bullshit. I hate it. This bracket is fucked. It's chopped. Okada
They weren't even in the same block.
doesn't matter. It
How can
doesn't
you say
matter.
you put her in there instead of SLK when they weren't even in the same block?
You could take her out. Put SOK. I don't
No, that's
care.
not how this works. That's not how
That's how
this
this
tournament
works.
works. You're just changing the goalpost after, you know, fucking touchdowns.
I don't understand your sports lingo there, sir.
Yeah, I know you don't understand sports ball, but other people will get it and maybe agree with me. I don't know.
No. Nobody wants me Priestley here.
She's not as bad as everybody shits on her for.
Yeah, she is. She's worse.
She's not that bad. Did
I have.
did did I or did I not say when she got announced? I'm like, oh yeah, she's making it out of the playoffs, and
I
oh
knew that too.
yeah, she's sticking around after this.
I don't know about the second part, but I know that we. I think we all knew that she was making it into the playoffs. I don't think anybody would like it, but we knew. I still hate it. I
I
don't see
told
any
you,
good coming from it, but
I told you they were gonna book her well. I was just trying to prepare you for it.
I don't know. We all knew. I said I knew. I don't like it. I knew.
I was trying to help with the blow, Bio.
Okay, well, and then we had some more annoyances beyond that.
We did?
Yeah. I mean, we had Waka Tsukiyama pinning Azusa Inaba in 30 seconds. That was disgusting.
I love Azusa, but I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. I'm sorry, it was kind of funny. Because out of all the matches she would win, it's that one.
We,
I
we
will
we
say
really
we
we
do
really
not.
put B Priestley in there instead of Azusa Inaba. What are we doing?
Okay, see, that's a better argument because they're both in the same block. Okay,
Well, okay, but
that's a
here's the thing. I like
better
everybody
argument.
who made it out of Red Stars Red Stars B. So it's like I can't complain too much. It's like okay, I like Ozumi, Poi, and Rina. They all deserve to be there, so I can't hate them too much, but I can hate B Priestley.
I
That's
mean, that is
valid.
in fact your prerogative. You can do that. I'm not saying you can't.
Yeah, yeah. And if you like B Priestley, I don't know if I trust you. I can't lie.
I mean, I wouldn't say I like her, but
I wasn't talking about you in specific. I'm just talking about in general.
well, I just don't think she's as bad as what everybody keeps making her out to be.
I mean,
You
there there
understand?
there, there are a ton of valid reasons for disliking her.
Right, which well, we're not going to get into on this.
Yeah, that's a drama stuff we don't want to get into it. I mean,
Yeah, that's drama. I'm not here for the drama. I'm just here for the crash out from you.
uh, it might be a little too EP to fully crash out like I wanted to. And now that time has sat in, it's the blow is taken aback a little.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so we should probably have written this out. I guess we can get into.
We don't write anything.
Yeah,
We don't write
I'm
anything.
just trying not to fill the air with a bunch of uhs,
Well, I
but
mean, we can talk about the rest of the some of the highlights of the matches that happened afterwards. I
oh
don't
yeah,
remember where we
let's.
left off. Where were we? Were we?
We're at the halfway
Should have
point. We
should
had
have
like
read the
four
ref.
shows. But
Yeah,
like,
because what was it? KBS. I
yeah,
think
yeah. So
yeah.
let me let me put a little gripe about the KBS stuff. What like KBS is such like an iconic venue as like for like probably more so for overseas viewers than like local uh in Japan. So with that, I just kind of wish they would stop putting like the most underwhelming cards on KBS Hall because it's such a cool venue, but like I, I don't know if I can even think of like great show that happened at KBS Hall.
I mean, I can't remember the last like super good KBS Hall show because mostly a lot of the times a lot of them aren't running it anymore.
And yeah, and I don't mean like Stardom alone. I mean like any promotion.
Yeah, any of them. I mean, shit. The one I went to back in January was like just okay. There was nothing like really memorable to it, to be completely
That's
honest.
so disappointing. Like imagine you have like this fantastic show and then you top it off with it being held at KBS. We need
I
that.
mean, but also to be fair,
To be fair.
Kyoto is a little bit out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little bit out of the
And
way
again,
for me.
it's also Dragon Gate territory and
Exactly. It's not a stronghold for I don't think any of the Joshi promotions.
oh, God, it looks so good in Joshi though.
I mean, yeah, it does. Unless you're fucking Wrestle Universe doing Marigold where you set the hard cam on the side of the damn fucking stained glass.
Oh, that was peak.
No,
That was peak.
no, it's not. It's stupid. I'm
It's
just
funny
glad
as
I was
hell.
there that I could just look at the stained glass and watch the wrestling.
See, here's the thing. If you're gonna make bad decisions, at least make the bad decisions so bad it's funny, not so bad it's annoying.
I just don't get the I just don't get the reasoning behind it. Like, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? But anyways,
We can
was there
talk.
anything
Uh,
from? Oh, Suzu versus Sari was at KBS Hall. That was fucking amazing.
that was a fun match. I liked it.
That was very fun, and ended with a draw too.
Yeah, so I
Sari's
have,
only draw was Suzu.
and then lost to Konami,
Hmm.
which I thought they were gonna do more with, and they.
We both did. We really we both did. You know, we can't have it all.
So, but now that we are like another okay, well, so we still have a couple other matches to talk about. I think probably the biggest match that really like implication wise for the future is probably Rena SLK. I've been saying since actually even before SLK won the belt because I know I did a prediction like contest for Dream Queendom where I even put on does Rena make the challenge for the white belt afterwards? Because I was like, I know for a fact whoever wins the belt from Poi, and I was so dead set on it being SLK, but that's bias. Is going, Rena's going to be the one to take the belt from them, and I said it. I've constantly been saying that Rena's the next person to win the white belt. Said it last episode, and I think them going to the draw, especially in the way that they did, that I believe after that's okay successfully defends against Tomoka, Rena's gonna come out and make the challenge, and Reina's going to actually win this time, and it's going to be huge. I'm really excited for it. I would be very, very surprised if they run it back and then SLK wins again. But yeah, like they've already kind of stated the fact that they're going to run the white belt back. I could be misinterpreting Poi's tweet, which I probably should have had up before I started talking about it. That she's not really going after the white belt after this. So I don't think that's a challenge that's even happening. Uh, Koi has other things
Well,
that she wants to focus on,
that's because Poi has her eyes on Kamatani.
which is fair. And so I'm excited for that future. I really, really wish SLK was in this tournament to set up her future in the red belt division. That's very unlikely for now. Well, it's not happening because she's not in the block, and so I don't know how they're going to do that with unless they just have her drop the belt and then she makes the challenge to Kamatani. Which, I mean, fair. Just more interesting the way I had it.
Well, I mean, they still want to run. I think her and Kamatani with them both having the belts because they kept teasing that.
I think that's not happening.
I
Just
wouldn't
due
say
to
that. I think they want to run that.
the only thing is I think that they're just both too busy that they don't see a place where it's going to fit in. Because after this, Kamatani has the match for the winner, or if she wins, I guess her match with sorry for the IWGP belt, but please don't let that be the case. It's dumb. Uh, and then SOK will have her challenge with Tomoka, and then we'll be losing it to Rina. So I don't know where they'd place that in,
I mean,
because then you also have to factor in
there's
the red
still
belt match
plenty.
with B Priestley on top of the winner of the 5 star.
Well, I mean, you can run that at a court, Ken. Not bad an eye.
You can just not run it and send B Priestley back to England. That'd be cool too. Thank you.
Bio, Bio,
No,
she's still popular over there with the crowd.
I don't care.
They remember her from her time before. She's she's
Do they remember the time where she almost killed Hazuki and almost killed Mayu? Do they remember that too? We're good. Get out of here.
well. I mean, I mean, to be fair, Mayu's had many attempts on her life.
You're not wrong. The only thing is, this one
Like,
was.
like, let's not forget. I'm pretty sure it was Kagetsu that pushed an entire fucking steel structure onto her.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, I mean, like, genuinely could have killed Mayu.
That also could have genuinely killed Mayu.
You know what I mean? Unintentionally.
I mean, I haven't seen what you're referring to, so I cannot speak
I
on the
will
matter.
have to find it and send it to you.
I will not speak on the matter because accidents can happen in wrestling, as we know. So
Yeah, just B's very,
I
very uh
won't.
well
I
known
won't
for the
touch.
many times of accidents happening.
I will not be touching that until I see the footage for myself.
I hope I can find it. I know people posted a bunch of clips recently of it, so it should be easy. Uh, what other big matches implications do they have?
I don't really think there's any big implication matches
I
that have
guess we did
happened
have
here.
Ami's promo after the match with Bozilla, the last show, where Ami declared that Bozilla is now her rival, and
I
I think
fuck
that's
with it.
going. I think that's going to lead to something down the line, which
I
will
mean,
also
I
kind of put a strain in what I think is my predictions. So I guess
I
speaking of
mean,
predictions,
I like their match.
I enjoyed it. I'm going to get into everybody who I think is going to be in the final four with my reasons as to why. And I think the two most obvious final four, Kamatani, sorry, they are both going to be there. They're both going to be on there due to the fact that that is what's going to really sell the 5 star finals. Having them both on the poster can imply the fact that that first time singles match is going to take place in the finals. Obviously, I don't think that's the case. I think they're saving that for the next pay per view as that being the primary selling point of that pay per view. I can't see a world where they're both not on there as the two stars that are really going to bring sales up for this pay per view. I like as much as I'd like to see Ami and Momo make it to the finals. I really don't see that as a case, just due to the fact of how much is going to bring up sales to have them in the final four. Unfortunately, the other person who I think is a dead set in the final four is B Priestley. I hate it. I hate it so much. But
How bad
they,
is your crash show going to be if she beats Rena?
I mean, I don't see a world where she beats where Rena beats B Priestley, and I hate that.
Yes, I
Uh,
know, but even though you know it may be coming, like how bad is your crash out about to be?
I've already crashed out. I've the second that this was announced and I knew that she was making it into the 5 star finals, I've already had my crash out.
Mm.
The defeat has already happened. Uh, how's your crash out when she beats Poi? Poi finally gets it into the playoffs and is losing her first match to B Priestley.
We don't think about that bio.
Now you're starting to
There are no
halfway.
guarantees that happens.
You're starting to feel my pain. You're starting to
I
feel
mean,
my
there's no
pain.
guarantees that happens either. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. There's
The
no
only reason
guarantees that this happens.
here's my biggest thing on that. It's too soon to run Saya Poi again without implications of a red belt. You
I
don't want you don't want
mean,
Saya in your finals because that's rerunning the same pay per view match back. I would think that Stardom has learned their lesson on that as that did not go over well last time,
through no
and
fault of anybody's.
other than booking, uh,
Through no fault of
Poi
anybody that was involved in it.
beat Saya, I think it's too early to go and rerun back the red belt match. That happened too soon. That's the biggest reason that it's like it's got to be B, which sucks.
I
And then you
mean,
also have B. Well, I'll get something into it later. For the final fourth, for the fourth person in the 5 star, I've been split on two, and Surprisingly, so I'm now visualizing the poster for the 5 star finals, and I think the one that's going to stand out the most, and once again, it goes to increasing sales for the final pay-per-view, and I actually think they're going with Bozilla. I didn't see Bozilla making the final four until this bracket was announced, and then I started visualizing how, the poster's going to look and how they're going to sell this. Seeing the four of Kamatani, sorry, Bozilla, and B Priestley, I think is what is going to really, really stand out. That's really going to make people want to buy it.
I mean,
And
I think people are gonna buy it regardless.
well, yeah, but it's also again, as much as people don't like to admit it, wrestling is at least 30% marketing. And when you're marketing a show, you're wanting things you want everything to be what's going to stand out the most, what's going to draw intrigue the most. And I think that's it. You have when so say you're not really familiar with Stardom. You know a little bit, but not much. Maybe you're aware of the Joshi scene, right? You know Saya, you know Sorry. Those are your two big names. Then you have Bozilla, who's a monster, big, powerful. It's gonna make you go, oh wow. Uh, and then you have B Priestley, I guess. But now you have the four people who are really, really going to stick out, and I think they're going to be banking on that a lot. And now, when it comes to the finals, it's Sorry because spoiler alert, I still think Sorry wins. Uh, against B Priestley, and I want to die. I hate the fact that I'm so sure that B Priestley is making the finals. Oh, this is torture. But it makes sense for so many reasons. So you have B Priestley who beat Saya, to secure, or I guess she was in it regardless, but she beat Saya, stating the fact that she's challenging for the red belt. And then when it comes down to the finals of Saya versus B Priestley, B wins again to further kind of go and really hammer in the fact that she's like, I really have my number over you. Obviously, if you go and you have Saya get her win back here, then I think the win at for the title defense is less meaningful. It makes it more seem like, B got that one up on her and it was more of a fluke than anything. And I think that doesn't do favors for anybody. Having B beat Saya here again would really kind of go and push that. And then when you have Sorry beating B Priestley, that adds more fuel to Sorry and then her challenge for the red belt being like, oh, so the person who's beat you, because Saya and B have had 3 previous encounters now. We'll have a fourth one at the finals. And so far, Saya has not won a single one of those encounters. So that adds fuel to Sorry as I have beaten the person who you yourself have never beaten. So that adds more to that feud. It adds more to Sorry as a heel for winning the 5 star after kind of declaring how much she dislikes Stardom, how she's better than everybody here. I narratively, it's what makes the most sense for this 5 star for the current stories that are being told in Stardom, I really don't see any other outcome. I would say honestly, the only thing I'm not sure on is if it's Sayoriana or Bozilla making it to the finals. And I'm just leaning more towards Bozilla for marketing purposes. Now you can go with your predictions if they haven't changed.
Well, looking at the bracket, right? Um, I mean, I could see it going your way, but I could also see it going a, a different route. Um, I mean, I'm excited for um Azumi Saya because I'm thoroughly convinced Azumi's beating Hanan. I don't see a world. I don't know why you'd run back Hanan Kamatani already, but I think you go Azumi Kamatani because if I remember correctly, they have yet to have any sort of singles competition since the Queen's Quest implosion.
I will say the one match that makes here's the crazy thing. Like, I mean, Saya Azumi I think would be fine. It'd be cool. There's in a way that kind of breaks me a bit. There's like two matches that I'm actually excited for in this entire bracket, and they all come from a single section, and that's Ami and Momo and Ami. Sorry,
I mean, yeah,
unless
doesn't
Momo
matter.
wins. That's the thing. I don't know who wins between Momo and Ami. I would assume Ami just because you'd be running Momo. Sorry, back so soon with the same result. But yeah, that's the only kind
Yeah,
of
nah.
like I really think that like the loss of SLK in this is, and then getting the full look at the bracket, it's just like, man, I'm not excited for any of this, and that bums me out because I really enjoyed this like 95% of this 5 star, and
I mean, I I think so far this 5 star has been very good. Um, I I mean, I guess with how much you like SLK and everything going on, I don't think I don't think there's a set it's a set like done deal what they're gonna do, right? Does Suri make Final Four? Yes. I think she beats Ami though, because it's going to be a another disciple and friend of Shuri to go up against Suri.
yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's another reason.
that's where they're going. But I
But
mean,
yeah, I
Suri's gonna
think
make final. Suri makes Final Four no matter what.
100%. That's yeah,
100%.
and
I mean, Kamatani, yeah, probably makes Final Four. I mean, it's gonna be fun how we get there. But I mean, I'm gonna be real. I I think I think Poi beats B, if I'm gonna be honest.
see,
Because
I don't.
she already has the win over B already has the win over Kamitani. She's having that match no matter what. Right? And Poi is driven by the fact that Kamitani got rid of her like one of her best friends And
And that's a very weird thing to kind of go to the semifinals.
no, I don't think it is.
Uh,
But
because
but
we've
like
already had we already ran Poi Saya a few months back. Do you go and do this where Poi beats Saya again, and then we run another red belt match back? To me, I feel that doesn't add much. The only thing it does add is giving me Poi versus Sari, and I'm really for that. Uh,
I mean, I
I
was getting there if you would let me continue.
fair. Go ahead, go ahead.
Because there's also no there's also nothing that says that they can't just run a fucking triple threat for the red belt. Doesn't always have to be one
Stardom
on
ever
one.
done that? Has Stardom ever done a multi-woman match for the title? I think it's always been a singles.
I don't know, but times change and things are different. It's time to get
I
bold
don't
and
know how I
it's time
like
to
that.
get
I don't
bold
know.
and it's time to get bold and try new things.
I don't know if I'm for a red belt match being decided outside of a one-on-one.
I think it's perfectly fine. Because the idea is you have everyone arguing because at least in my mind the way that I I would I think it could go and how I would kind of probably do it myself is you literally would have B who said I pinned you, I beat you, I want my shot. You have Poi that says I pinned you, I beat you, I want a shot again, right? And realistically, with the amount of dates between that we have now and later, you can literally fill one of those dates with a triple threat for the title and literally just use. And it also gives Kamatani a fucking easy way out, as you know, B and Poi, fucking beat each other up to the point where Saya just comes in, takes the damn pin from one of them. But Poi's driven more than B, so and plus Poi would learn from the mistakes of her first match with Saya and change how she would go about winning. Plus, it would give Saya a second loss, which would still show that Saya can be beaten because up until this point nobody's beaten her in singles competition, right?
Yeah,
So you
except B
so
and
you're still
Kohaku.
you're still able to sell, well, in Stardom at least. You're still able to sell the fact that Kamatani can be beaten. She can still lose singles competition. Sure, you got the one where B did, but like B hasn't been around for God knows how long, so nobody's paid. So like, it's not like Saya's kept up with her or anything like that. So you play it off as also, oh well, you know, I wasn't that familiar with you. You're some British lady. You were here years ago, but who are you? So you just play it off as that even a Stardom, like actual signed Stardom talent, can pin her in singles.
And then I think that's
Because
also something you
also
want to sell. And that B Priestley is the only one who been in Stardom who has been able to do that. You add more fuel to
you you
the
still
title
need
match
at
when B has a second win over her, well, or technically a third win over her, if you count the match from 5 years ago. And the other
but
one where they drew.
you still need to show that she's, at least at this point, that she can be vulnerable to an actual Stardom signed talent, because you're getting to the point where who the fuck is going to be the one to take the belt from her?
And I still think it's a while before we have that, which is why I think that we are waiting for the Boy rerun. Like, I don't
But
think it comes this soon because I have two people who I think potentially take the red belt from Saya, and that is Asoke and that's Poi. I don't if because if we run the Poi win here, like also if you run the Poi win here, now you have three people going after the red belt. You have Poi, B, and then the winner of the 5 star. I really don't think they're doing a multi-person match. Storm doesn't do that. Uh, that that's a lot to run like in quick succession, like they would have to do. That's why like another reason that I think it's B. Beats her is you just have the B match and then you have the sorry match. And then I think we're still saving the Poi Saya rerun for quite a bit down the line.
Sure, but I mean, again, I'm not ruling anything out. There's no real good way to definitively say what's going to happen, but at least to me, if you put it on the poster, because also on the other side, I don't think Bozilla makes Final Four. I think that's so weird to have Suzu lose to Bozilla, who's the leader of a new group who brought that person in. It is way like we are not having Suzu lose to one of her, faction mates this early already.
I do. I think that
I
I
hard
think
disagree. Hard
I
disagree.
here's my reason for that, and that is making Bozilla that big threat. I don't think that Suzu would need I don't think Suzu really suffers in a loss against Bozilla because it's Bozilla who is there as a monster threat who is yeah like
I mean,
it's Bozilla like
Boz
her being a
Bozilla,
faction mate with Suzu just because Suzu's the leader. I think Suzu's also kind of pushed the fact that Mi Vida Loca doesn't really have a hierarchy. They're like
but
they're all
again,
supposed to be equal. That's a big part of their thing.
Suzu left Neo Genesis to do this. Suzu needs to be positioned as a higher person. Bozilla is still a monster threat, no matter what. Bozilla will still be a monster threat no matter what. She's shown that. Her only losses in this entire thing was to Ami. She drew against Sayori and she drew against Ruaka.
That's, that's still really funny.
So, like, her only loss is to the person that went, yeah, you're my rival now. And there's no shame in her losing to Suzu. It doesn't hurt her. It's a fellow faction member. And you're running a faction, like, two faction mates against each other. That's also why I think they didn't put Akira into the block, because they didn't want to run that yet. Any sort of that with when it came to like Bozilla, because Bozilla just beat the shit out of Yuria. They didn't want Akira to get the shit kicked out of her by a
And
literally faction
they
mate.
wanted Yuria to get the win over Akira. That Akira beat because Akira's first win was against Yuria,
Exactly.
and giving Yuria that win back
I mean,
is
I
and
mean,
now
there's those,
oh
there's those
wait, hold up.
reasons. I
We
think.
gotta bring up the fact that Yuri is now officially in stars. That happened at the last show when
I mean, to me, she was always in stars, no matter what. But that's just me. But
okay,
anyway,
we all thought she was going to either EXV or Cosmic.
I didn't think
And
she was
then
going to Cosmic.
and then
I'm
but yes,
sorry.
I was like, "Hey, you don't
She was
have a
probably
choice.
going
You are
to.
in stars now."
Well, they're just using the old Mayu method of, yeah, you're just kidnapped.
The
Anyway,
spirit of stars has never left.
Suzu beats Bozilla. I'm just saying it right now. Suzu beats Bozilla. because
Alternatively,
the
alternatively,
other
now that I'm looking at this and realizing something that could happen, alternatively, Suzu Bozilla draw and say where it just makes it out.
I don't I'm pretty sure the playoffs are no time limits.
Um, I don't
I'm
remember that
pretty
being in it,
sure.
but
I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure there's no time limit.
yeah, I don't see I don't see Bozilla losing
It,
just because it's Bozilla, and
I mean,
with right now her
well,
only losses in Stardom being to a definitive loss to Ami and then a roll up loss to Azumi.
right, but she's
I
still a threat. And Suzu is is towards the upper echelon of the Stardom roster. There is nothing wrong with Bozilla losing right now to someone like Suzu. I'm thoroughly convinced Bozilla is not beating Suzu. I feel like that would be really weird.
I also like I'm literally on the opposite thing that I think it'd be really weird to have Suzu beat Bozilla.
I don't.
And I,
Anywho,
just because I think that they want to have as much protection on Bozilla as possible because it's going one.
she
I
needs
think it'd be
protection from Ruaka.
okay. It was a double count. It's a little different than a like a time limit draw.
She needs protection from Ruaka. She needs a double count out versus Ruaka.
They had to do points. I don't know. That was a really weird choice. Uh, but no, like
Mm-hmm. Either way, Suzu versus Sayori happens. Now, it gets a little bit more intriguing because while I've still said that not Sayori, but Suri makes Final Four because I think it's going to be Ami getting the win because also Ami's first match back was in a six woman tag against Hate, if I'm remembering correctly. And Hate like did the usual shit, and I think it was Momo that did stuff to it as well. So she gets the win back on that one from her being back. Then Cerise in your final four, but also on the other side, Sayori versus Suzu can go either way. Sayori beats Suzu, and then on your poster, you literally have Kamatani, Poi, Suri, and Sayori. We already know Sayori and Poi are like best friends, and Poi is it's like best friends with Suri. So now you have it as Poi's best friends are fighting for a chance at the fight against possibly their best friend. But I can also see them running back Suzu Suri because that ended in a draw. But it's a toss up to me. I feel like there is a chance Suri doesn't make the finals.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's a world where sorry,
I'm
less
saying
makes the
there is a
finals and one less
possible
wins.
chance.
Like I think I honestly have like a 0% chance she doesn't make the finals, and then like a 5% chance that she doesn't win the whole thing. Like it's that low for me. Like,
I mean,
and
again,
that's purely from a
I'm not
marketing money standpoint. Like them not doing it is would be a giant detriment to that because one, I don't think Sari's sticking around that long. they are obviously needing the Sorry Saya match for the red belt, and this is the way of getting there. You build Sorry as her winning the 5 star is kind of her thing of this proves that I'm better than the Stardom roster, and then this red belt match is going to some or not submit that, but is, you know what I mean. I can't think of the word. It is going to like finalize that fact as I hold Stardom's top 2 belts. I am, and then she loses to Saya, and will eventually lose the IWGP belt to somebody. I actually have no idea
I,
who she would lose that to.
I think she loses it back to Shuri
That's yeah, probably
because Shuri's already back in training and
she's fucking
working
insane.
out. She's not human, and I love her so much. Um, but I mean, there is a chance that Suri does not make the finals.
I don't
There's
think so.
always a possibility. I don't think everything's as definitive as you've put it because I think I think if anything, Stardom has shown that for sure things that everybody could agree on don't usually end up happening. But Kamadani's not winning the 5 star. That'd be so weird to have your red belt champion win the 5 star. That'd be so fucking weird.
It'd be, it'd be bad. Like because I'm looking at it, I think Saya would be bad just because it's one red belt champion, and it would just be challenging. Sorry, and then you just have your red belt champion lose to Sorry when challenging for the IWGP belt rather than vice versa, which is a weird decision to do. You want Saya to be able to beat Sorry for in the red belt match to kind of let Saya become the true like, look, I am Stardom's top. I've defended Stardom from Sorry thing. I don't think like personally, I don't think Saya is the person for that, but that's the smart way to go with Saya as your red belt champion. So I think her winning is bad. B Priestley's bad for a number of reasons. Uh,
Okay, I,
I
I'm I'm gonna
would have,
tell you this
I
right
would have
now.
said,
The
I would have said Sayori if one they went with the initial story involving like the fire being lit from losing to SLK, and then having the finals against SLK. I would have been all for Sayori at this point. Not as much. Like you don't you don't want Saya in your finals to sell, or you don't want her in like the actual finals because then you're just running match back. Having Sayori beat B Priestley in the finals is very underwhelming. After going from beating Sorry to beating B Priestley, it's an awkward, underwhelming way of a 5 star. I don't I don't see
it's gonna be
Momo beating
underwhelming.
Ami just due to the fact of rerunning Sorry Momo back, so I don't see Momo winning, and then Ami again, it would be beating Sorry and then just going down when it comes to the finals. So I really only see the B Priestley Sorry finals due to the fact of what that would add to the Sorry Saya feud that they're building. Just trying to look at all the results, like the possible things. I really think the only thing that even makes an ounce of sense to me is Sorry beating B Priestley in the finals in that way.
I mean, I 1000% see a world where your final is Suri Poi. That 1000% is would
It
sell
moves me
tickets.
more. That moves me more. Again, it just comes from the fact of the only way, honestly, the only way I think that happens is in the weird circumstance where Hanan beats Saya.
Hanan should not beat Saya.
I agree, but that is the only way. And then I also don't like that because then that's another. Then that's then that once again hits the now you have B Hanan and Sari getting red belt matches. But like that's the only thing that I can see Poi winning, just because I really don't see them running Poi Saya for the titles back again so soon. And the only thing is if Poi doesn't challenge for the red belt afterwards, which would be weird.
I mean, she can. I just again, I I just think you can sell the finals with those four on it because I don't think Suri Sayori have ever had a singles match against each other. You have Poi's best friends fighting, um, which she'll have to meet one of them in the finals, which adds more to it. Even a Sayori Poi final would sell. They've already showed that they can sell. They can sell out Ota Ward. So you know, I don't know who ends up taking it. I mean, I think the winner of the 5 star is literally any combination of the three, but not Kamdani.
Okay, so Sari and Sayori have had a singles match before.
When?
2020, late 2020.
Yeah, that's 5 years ago. I don't does not matter to me.
Um, and they have teamed together a bit though. Sari and Sayori, I guess, teamed for a decent amount of time in 2023. Like
I vaguely remember that,
they've had 5 matches as a team
but
together.
again, I mean, there's also the world where Suzu makes it into the semifinals, which would be pretty fucking sick. And you rerun Suri Suzu. And shit, you could even have Suzu beat her.
I don't see a world versus beat Sari like that. I, again, I really don't see it not being Bozilla just purely from poster marketability alone.
I mean, again, though, if you want to go pure marketability, then your final four is Sayori, Suri, Poi, Kamatani. That will instantly sell you tickets, no matter what.
I'm looking for an out. Also, include like when you do that, you're including the outsider influence of Bozilla. Even I guess even in the insider thing, Bozilla is insanely popular now in Stardom. I think
Sure.
that she adds more as a draw just by catching your eye more. Uh, and that's kind of the route I'm going. But yeah, I don't. At the end of the day, I really don't see a world where it's not sorry beating B in the finals. Like I could run every possible outcome in my head, and none of them seem right. They don't make sense. It yeah, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at prediction wise. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Mm, no, I've pretty much said everything I think I want to say. I mean, I feel I feel my way seems more, I wouldn't say logical, but it's still up in the air. Anything could fucking happen. Who knows? Fucking Azumi makes a run to the finals, which would move me, or even Momo to the finals, which would move me. But you
Yeah,
know,
I know. I think the finals that everybody was
waiting.
kind of wanting would be Azumi Momo. Like if we were going from like long term fan pick, that would be the two, but that's so
Again,
unlikely.
we have to wait and see. No, nobody knows what's going to happen. We don't even know what story really they're trying to tell. They could be trying to, they could be doing one thing, but really the real story is this other thing.
I actually the real finals is Bozil Arena.
Ugh, ugh. That does not move me in the slightest. Like, not even a little bit. Like,
But now so if for whatever reason that it's not sorry winning, I craziest thing is the only other person who could honestly kind of see from a narrative point, which would be weird, but I could see them going the route would be Bozilla.
does not move me. That really does not move me in the slightest. I don't think I'd like that, to be completely honest.
It's not the best move at all.
I
Like
think that
I've
I
already
think that
said
could
my full
I think
prediction. Why
that
I
could
think it's some prediction. I don't need to.
I think that could arguably be the worst move.
No, the worst move is B Priestley winning. That's the worst move, undoubtedly. And then below that, then it's Saya. Then it's basically everybody else. Then it's sorry. Was sorry being like the best, most logical option of winning the 5 star. And that's not to say that I like sorry the best. Like if I would go fan favorite wise, it would probably go just by who I like the best, not necessarily if it makes sense for them to win. The 5 star would be I'd have Osmi Arena tied, then it's Momo, then it's Ami, then it's Sorry. But yeah, that's where I'm at fully. I mean, we've only been here an hour. Do we have anything else we want to talk about? Like we have
Mm,
the Tokyo Princess Cup that's happened
I
for
haven't seen any of
TJPW
it.
uh, with the finals being Mi Watanabe versus Ari Sendo. And I think that's gonna be a lot of fun.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I would want to say Arisu takes it, but
That's my heart talking. I don't know if that's my brain talking though.
I mean, I don't have a horse in the race, so it could go either way, and I don't think I'd be upset.
Yeah, like I really like Aries. Aries has proven time and time again that she belongs at the top. I really want her to win this. The moment, like I, I'm for sure watching that match, and I know I'm going to. And if Aries wins, I'm totally going to cry. Uh, I cried when Daisy Monkey won the tag belts. I'm gonna cry when if she wins here. Uh, trying to think of what else we can talk about. I know we touched on it both last show and today, but we had Kamatani suffered her first loss against Kohaku, and where Kohaku won the wave belt and the wave belt back home where it belongs. on Kohaku. Oh, I was so happy. Really fun match, by the way. There's some other updates we can talk about.
Still don't know who's going to the Forbidden Door
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Stardom.
Because we know it can't be Poi, can't be Sayori, it can't be SLK, can't be Hazuki, because they are all scheduled for shows on the same date in Japan. I want to say it's Azumi, which is why I don't think Azumi makes the final four.
I mean, at this point, just fucking throw a dart at the board and see where it lands on who to send. Who fucking knows at this point?
Might be.
It's definitely causing a lot of intrigue because a lot of people are like, I don't know who the fuck it's gonna be.
I think you kind of narrow it down to probably Azumi, maybe Momo, and
I'm telling you, just send Konami.
I would like that, but also Konami just doesn't have that outside pool,
Fine,
which is
fuck
why I
it.
think it's
Shuri seems
I
to be fine. Fuck it, send Shuri. She'll probably be fine.
sure would do it. Uh, like it's probably Momo or Asumi just because they the ones who have had the they just I don't need to see Mercedes beat them again. Mercedes already has two wins over Momo. I don't want to see that happen again. Uh, Azumi technically has a win over Mercedes, albeit she didn't pin Mercedes and it was a multi-woman match. I mean, maybe they send Ami. Ami loses to Saudi. They send. Mm, then she goes to England. I think Ami might be a great pick, honestly.
I mean, Ami would be a great pick.
It's a fresher name. Uh, who hasn't fought Mercedes yet, and I think that with who we currently have in the match, I think she would bring a unique dynamic as well. Yeah, fuck it, that's my pick. Send Ami. Just make sure she's not the one taking the pen. That's all I care about.
I mean, I'm good with Ami. So
Honestly, I see a world where the Fatal Four Way match that they used to decide it would be. Ooh, wait, no, it might be held on the 20th.
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, Forbidden Door is literally this weekend. Like, they
So
kind of have to get this shit together.
I think the whole thing is, oh, we don't want to spoil the 5 star, and I don't. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a show if they do it on the 20th and it's people who aren't in this block. You know what? Send Saida. It could be Saida, could be Komomo, could be Hanako. Actually, I wouldn't see it. I can see that. Macer, Kevin.
I mean, anybody. You could literally send anybody at this point. Just throw a dart at the wall and see what sticks. Fuck it, on the court can just do one of those fucking stardom rumbles. Actually, wait. That's a
You know
genius
what?
idea.
You know who we could send? Who could go and take a pen to Mercedes?
I don't want anybody from Stardom taking a pin from that fucking fraud. Fucking
Just send over
Persephone's there.
Hina.
Make her take the pin from the fucking fraud.
Just send Hina. She can
You
break the
know what?
American pencils.
You know what? Even I don't want Hina to take a pin from that fraud. Shit, I wouldn't even want Ruaka to take a pin from that fraud. I wouldn't even want Waka to take a pin from that fraud. Make
See, not
Persephone
even
do
I
it.
would go this crazy.
No, no, I want nobody from Stardom to take a pin from that fraud. Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
So you're saying that as long as it's not somebody from Stardom taking the fall, that you will be fine.
If they're not, if as long as they are not taking it, look. Either way, I don't want Mercedes to win. All right, I want Zilch winning from there. All right. If Mercedes is going to win, I don't want her pinning anybody from Stardom. All right. If if Windsor's the one that's going to win, all right, I can accept that. But no, I don't want that fraud winning. I don't want that fraud pinning anybody from Stardom.
So,
She has gotten away with it for far too fucking long, and she's not even good.
see, the one thing that I want to talk about though, Alex Windsor versus Ami Sourei moves the fuck out of me.
Yes, I am moved by that. You know what? If Micah would have been cleared, send Micah. Alex Windsor versus Micah moves me. I am so moved by this.
Yeah, I think we decided just put the title on Alex Windsor and then have her like defend it against a bunch of
Yes,
Stardom people. She can win every
yes,
match, and then I'd be like, yeah, I am at this.
that's fine. I don't care. But I want Mercedes to lose that fucking title. I want this to still be the start of her spiraling, losing all of her fucking titles.
You know, it's crazy.
And
They should have replaced B Priest with Alex Windsor. Give us an actual good British woman. And ironically enough, both of them were people like married to Osprey, which is kind of funny.
well, no, she's married to Osprey. B only dated Osprey.
Oh, okay. I thought they
Get it
ended up
right?
marrying, but close enough.
No, they just
Close enough.
dated. Dating is not marriage, bio.
Depends who you're talking to. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay.
Where are you
Uh,
going with this, bio?
I don't know. I don't know. I literally just said that. Okay,
Anyway,
this is taking an off turn. I
in
think this is pretty much all we have
conclusion,
to talk.
in conclusion, Mercedes Monet is a fraud. I want her to lose. I do not want her pinning any more Stardom talent. And if Windsor is going to win, she can pin a Stardom talent. I am perfectly fine with that, and that is acceptable. And all you Monet fans, if you're fucking listening to us, watching us, which I don't know how you got here, you can come after me all you want. It's not going to change my mind about anything. All right? Your fucking favorite is a fucking fraud. All right?
Hey, don't come after me. I've kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, leave Bio alone. You can come after me. I don't give a shit. Your favorite is a fucking fraud. All right?
Uh, we are fine as always.
Oh, we are always fine here at the Joshi Bar. And
I
that
take
wraps
this
up
back.
yet another episode.
Actually, I take that back. SOK is and in the playoffs. I am not fine.
Yeah, Bio's not fine. I'm still fine. I'm all right.
All right, bye
I'm
bye.
doing great. Well, that closes. Well, hold on. Don't stop it. You
Go
stopped
ahead.
it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Go
Oh,
ahead.
oh. Oh. You know, we got to say the thing since it goes on YouTube. We got to say like, comment, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to get notified when more Joshi Bar episodes drop. Have we posted anything to Spotify lately?
No,
At some point, we may start doing that again. I don't know.
probably not.
But other than that,
I have to convert. I have to convert the video files into MP3s, and that takes like 4 hours.
Well, anyway, but yeah,
In
this has been
conclusion,
the Joshi
Bio's lazy.
Bar. Bio's fucking lazy. But other than that, that's been another episode, and the bar is closed now. We'll see you again later.
Bye bye.